No change, son?
No, sir. He'll be 3 hours overdue at 2 o'clock.
And zone time is what, +4?
Yeah. It'll be dawn out there now.
Yeah, he'll never make that border in daylight.
If they've nabbed him, we're in trouble.
A show trial?
Yeah. And I didn't get clearance to put him in.
Tell the Foreign Office now. Better late than never.
No, not yet. What leads he on stand?
Short lead, sir. Field control with a radio link.
Sandbagger 3?
He's in voice contact with the head of station, sir. And we're plugged through to on an open line upstairs.
To the head of station?
Yes, sir. Head of station is Bluebird. Field phone, Bluebird 1. Overall operation, Blue Nightingale.
Bluebird. This is Bluebird 1. Radio check. Over.
This is Bluebird. Loud and clear. Over.
This is 1. Roger. Out.
All right, Willie, you're Jake Landy. You're 3 hours overdue. It's daylight in zone.
Well, I'd go to ground, come out tomorrow night.
But why is he 3 hours late in the first place?
He's had problems on the way.
Exactly. Which means they know he's there.
And if they do, it's a military area, they'll have enough troops on hand to flush him out wherever he goes.
That's right.
And then he'll run.
If they haven't got him already.
This is 1. I can hear dogs. Suggest he's still on the loose. Over.
There's a manhunt on with dogs. Color codes in force?
Yes, sir. Green for come, red for stay, white for no recommended course. Though it's not usual to use it in circumstances like this, sir.
Ask Bluebird to tell Bluebird 1 to fire 1 green.
Sir. MCO for Bluebird. Bluebird 1, fire 1 green. I say again, fire 1 green. Confirm, sir.
Not good, is it? No. Chances are he's been wounded. If they take him, they'll break him within a day.
Make a mess of him. No point in sending Denson in.
Even if he got in, he'd never get out again, not carrying Jake. I've no choice, Willie.
Unless he gets through.
Unless he gets through.
Say, come on, Jake. Come on.
I've read your report. It's brief, isn't it?
I had quite a lot to do last night, sir.
You mounted Operation Blue Nightingale without departmental or political clearance.
Well, there was no time to initiate clearance. The chance came up, I took it.
Or were you afraid the FCA would turn it down?
Partly, then.
You're lucky, in a way, that Landy wasn't taken alive.
I agree.
If they'd been able to identify him, an international incident when you hadn't cleared it. No operation which infringes the sovereignty of another nation is to be mounted without the personal approval of the Prime Minister through the Foreign and Commonwealth Secretary.
That's why I had Landy killed.
You hadn't. I thought he was killed at the border.
He was. He was shot by Sandbagger 3.
On your orders.
Yes.
You had him killed to avoid a show trial.
To avoid giving the FCO and number 10 the excuse they need. To tie my other hand behind my back.
Could you have got him out?
No, he was wounded. And the border guards were waiting for him.
Well, put yourself in my position.
Sir?
I've been here, what, 4 months?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not a professional intelligence officer. My deputy chief's on leave. My operations director has mounted an illegal and highly sensitive operation. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't have him out of this service by lunchtime.
I did what I felt necessary, sir.
I don't think you understand. I'm giving you an opportunity to save your career.
Very well. I don't think as yet you've come to grips with the realities of this place.
You can speak frankly.
I mounted that operation as a favor to the CIA, and in return I'll get 10 times as many favors around the world. And I need those favors, because our beloved government won't give us the funds to function properly on our own. And at the same time, the government's restrictions are getting tighter and tighter. Well, there was a time when we had a career intelligence officer as the head of SIS, but now we have a succession of diplomats to stop us abusing our power, rocking the boat.
That's not entirely true.
Isn't it? If I want to send an agent to the lavatory, I need the Foreign Secretary's permission. If I want him to do anything when he gets there, I need the Prime Minister's written approval.
People are nervous of espionage, Neil. It's a dirty word.
Why? The collection of information, evaluation, embassy parties, trade journals, more embassy parties.
And the Sandbaggers?
3 men.
A special operations section.
Sir, if the name bothers you, I can soon change it.
It's what you do with it that bothers me. You assassinated a Soviet general on foreign soil at the request of a third country and had your own agent killed thereafter.
The end will more than justify the means.
Even with the death of Landy.
Well, that's on my conscience, not the government's.
Was Landy and the Sandbaggers when you were leader?
For about 3 years.
Then he was a friend.
He was a very good agent.
You have to replace him.
It took me 8 months to find Denson.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Very welcome.
The knife's mine.
Hmm?
The knife, it's mine. I lent it to Jake.
How was the flight?
He knew I was going to kill him.
What?
Jake, at the border. Turned full on to me to improve the angle.
Well, we'd have done the same.
We?
I hope so. I hope I'd have the guts to. They would have made a mess of him. Put him through a show trial and then executed him in the end anyway.
Has anyone told his parents?
Boss went to see them.
Well, everything else quiet?
Yep, for once. The world appears to be behaving itself.
Message from the Ministry of Defence. The Vice Chiefs of Staff meeting is postponed.
Good.
But can you talk to them next week?
All right.
You're lunching at the club today with the wily Wellingham.
You mean with the Permanent Under-Secretary of State of the Foreign Office?
I mean your father-in-law,
Ex-father-in-law.
but living in hope.
Belinda divorced me.
Now she wants you back. Must be out of her mind. PA to the ops. Hold on, Willie. Willie Kane, can he come up and see you?
Ask him if it's urgent. And tell him if it is not to use the red circuit for social cause.
Willie, will it keep? Just a moment. He says you could be down to one sandbagger.
One?
Alan Denson wants to quit.
Hiya, boss.
Down, Willie. Okay, then.
Coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Not for me, look. Denson's waiting outside. You got a problem with him?
What's wrong with it?
He wants to get married. You know, as in all my worldly debts, and he wants out.
Out the sandbags?
Yeah, not fair to his future wife, he says.
I suppose I needn't ask if this has anything to do with Jake's death?
Well, he's been asking a lot of odd questions.
No?
Like, why were 2 sandbaggers sent on Nightingale?
Well, he knows why. He was briefed.
Well, he didn't appreciate that backup might mean shooting his mate.
Well, he must appreciate I had no option.
And all he knows now is that the 7th Cavalry won't always arrive.
On. When did we last lose a sandbagger? 3.5 years ago?
I think he'd like to be married longer than 3.5 years.
Who was she then, this girl?
She's called Sally Graham. Denson declared her on an interest form about 10 months ago when he was in field school.
Was she checked?
Checked and clean.
No one's that clean.
Ah. Sure she fancies me, you know.
There's a limit to even her stupidity. Okay, how do you read it?
I think he's made his mind up. I tried the pep talk. I failed miserably.
Yes.
Ask Alan in, William.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Alan. Sit down, will you? I was going to send for you anyway. Thanks for Nightingale. Rough trip. Well done.
Sir?
Willie tells me you've decided to join the ranks of the oppressed.
Yes, sir.
I had 7 years in the Sandbaggers. During that time, we lost 2 people. One of those was a genuine accident.
Sir?
Well, special section officers have a fair chance of coming through. Well, it's like the fire brigade. You get called to a lot of fires, but the building doesn't fall on you every time.
It's not that, sir. Truly, I've been thinking about this for 3 months or more. I'm sorry, sir. I just don't think it would be fair on Sally if I stayed on in the special section.
Well, it's your life. And hers. You realize, of course, we'll have to keep you for a while. Give us a chance to look at possible replacements.
Well, if that's necessary, sir, I had hoped I could...
Oh,
leave-
don't worry. We'll have it worked out by the time your Sally's bought a going-away outfit.
Yes, sir.
All right, Alan. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on, Willie. Oh, Alan! Congratulations. won't let him go, will he?
He won't change his mind.
I've got to. I can't cover the whole damn world with one sandbagger.
Well, I'll manage for a while.
Don't let me daft. What happens if you get hurt? What happens if you're on a mission on one side of the world and need an agent on the other?
Well, he won't be persuaded.
Then we've got to put him off this girl.
How?
Check her out. Fully. Dig as deep as you have to.
You really want a digging operation on Denson's girl?
That's what I said.
Oh.
All right, Willie, you tell me this. Who holds the record marks for passing out of the schools?
You, probably?
Denson. He's too good to lose.
And if I find anything digging?
Well, we'll arrange for him to find it too.
Oh, boss, he's a nice lad.
Come on, Willie, cut the commercial. I got to replace Landy. That could take weeks. If I got to replace Denson as well, that can take forever.
I know, but don't you see? I mean, I've talked to him. You haven't. I mean, marriage, the girl, could all be an excuse.
So, we get rid of the excuse. You don't think at the age of 25 he's going to walk in here and say, sorry, sir, I'm a coward, eh?
No, not Denson.
So we get rid of the girl and he stays. We've all had mission twitch. You'll get over it.
Can't we discuss it over lunch?
I'm having lunch with Wellingham. Yes? I'll be right up. C wants to talk to me. Okay, Willie, get a move on. You've got a lot to do.
Some advice.
Yes, sir.
Rather unsavory subject. Immediate signal from head of station Paris.
I've not seen it yet, sir.
No, it's personal to me. Seems there's a first secretary in the British Embassy there, a man called Charles Rumney. You met him?
Don't think so.
Paris station have discovered that he's conducting a homosexual relationship with a young Frenchman.
What's Romney's special responsibility?
Defence trade.
Oh?
Yes, obviously he'll have to go.
Well, not necessarily. Times are changing. Not all homosexuals are vulnerable to blackmail.
Romney is married, and it's a very secret affair.
Well, in that case, we do a standard report for the Foreign Office. Let them deal with it.
No, there's more. Charles Rumney is the brother of Andrew Rumney,
The Shadow Chancellor.
and a future Prime Minister, I rather think.
None of this gets out. Homosexual brother removed from office, security risk. And Andrew Romney's a bachelor.
Yes, I thought of that. Shouldn't matter, of course, but it would a great deal.
Then Charles Romney must go quiet then.
That's why I don't want standard procedure on this one. Once we put it on paper to the Foreign Office, it'll get into the machine, and Lord knows where it may come out.
It had better be a verbal report then.
Yes, but to whom? Foreign Secretary's off to Bonn.
Permanent Undersecretary? I'm having lunch with him today at the club.
With Wellingham?
Yes. Shall I take it up?
I'd be grateful. Neil, will you be telling him about Blue Nightingale off the record?
No, sir. He may be my ex-father-in-law, but he's also the enemy.
We have to talk about that.
I look forward to it, sir.
Sorry, Neil. Thought I'd never get away.
That's all right. How are you otherwise?
Oh, overworked as usual. Gin and tonic, please. Plenty of ice. Neil, what will you...
Coke.
Of course. Coke. Never get used to your not drinking. Doesn't go with the image somehow.
Hectic morning, then?
Oh, another of these interminable cabinet briefings, most of which go straight over their heads, you know.
What was it this time?
Rumney had a go at all of them on television last night. Did you see it? I must say, it made a lot of sense to me.
Andrew Romney.
Is there another?
His brother, Paris Embassy.
Oh,
Oddly enough, C wants me to talk to you about him.
yeah. A nastiness.
Afraid so.
No wonder I drink. Secrets, I suppose.
Sex.
Lot of it about, I'm told.
Oh. Where have you been all day, eh? I rang your office, and here. Well, somebody on the side, have you?
I went to the doctor's this morning.
You all right?
Yeah. Just got backache. Told you were rough.
You're not, are you?
Of course not.
You would tell me.
Yes, I'd tell you.
I mean, I know I've said I don't want children.
Look, I've got a bad back. But not that bad.
No time. They've given me an hour to go home and change. Generous, aren't they?
Oh, well, never mind. I'll come with you and do some shopping on the way.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just fed up with a lot of them, that's all.
Did the job go badly?
No. It's okay.
What is it then?
Oh, jet lag, probably. Let's go into that shop with me. Come on.
Hello, Phil.
Hello, Willie.
How are you?
Knackered.
Yeah, look a bit sticky. You did in-house clearance on a girl called Sally Graham.
Did I?
A declaration from Alan Denson, my section.
Oh, yes. What about her?
You tell me.
Secretary in the Ministry of Defence. DM plans, I think. Positively vetted.
Yeah, she would be. How do you become a member of this place?
You're not interested in squash.
No. In her.
She'd kill you in your condition.
Oh, I think I'd risk it. Where does Sally Graham live?
And I checked a little flat of her own near Victoria.
What, on the secretary's pay?
Daddy paid. He's a lawyer, as I recall. Lives with Mummy in a nice detached bungalow outside Reading.
Boyfriends before Denson?
None that speak Russian.
Can I look at your report?
No objection. Unless... You wouldn't be digging, Willie.
Relax. I don't want your job, even if you can't play games all day.
Lunch hours only. And it's not me. MI5.
5.
They're more than a little touchy at the moment. Lines of demarcation.
So what's new?
If you were discovered using sandbagger tactics in the middle of London.
No chance of that.
Then why the interest in Sally Graham?
I'm a dirty old man.
We could have cauliflower cheese. You like that, don't you? And then we've got
Yes.
those apples. We could bake.
Sally,
Yeah?
I've made a decision.
Oh?
Yes. We're getting married.
What?
Don't you want to?
Oh, yes, of course I do. But why so sudden?
It's not sudden.
Alan, you've been taking evasive action for the past 10 months, and now you... The trip, was it bad?
No. I told you. It was fine. No problem. But I am leaving the job.
But why?
I want to marry you.
You know, you don't have to leave for me.
It's for both of us.
Hello, John. We'll do something about Charles Rumley right away.
Don't worry. We'll ease him out. Tell C I'm grateful for his for handling it this way.
He's no fool. I think he's going to be rather good.
You get on well with him?
He's taken me on trust. Confirmed my promotion.
Yes. Neil, now that you have been promoted and are not dashing across the globe every 5 minutes...
It makes no difference.
Right. Linda was under a lot of stress, you know, when you were in the section.
So was I.
Perhaps she didn't quite understand.
Understand? She didn't try to understand.
Where have you been?
In the ops room, why?
C wants you. Wellingham's with him.
Wellingham's in the building.
That's the word.
War must have been declared.
Oh, he's in search of a prodigal son.
Well, it won't be the fatted calf I'll kill.
It's the Rumney business again, I'm afraid.
Yes?
Sir Geoffrey wants us to obtain evidence of Rumney's conduct in Paris.
Evidence?
Photographs, if possible.
Why?
I messed it up, Neil. I phoned Rumney personally. I thought it was the best way.
But?
Refuses to budge. No, thank you. Denies the entire liaison with the Frenchman. Threatens to create a hell of a stink if he's pushed.
I'm surprised.
So am I.
Well, Rumney's a career man. He won't want an early relief on his file, whatever reason we give.
But you could still remove him administratively.
Not if he's going to fight. That would draw attention to himself, and hence to his brother.
Well, it's going to be very difficult to get evidence now. Romney knows we're on to him. He's bound to suspend operations.
Well, you'll have to get it somehow, and soon.
Briefing signal to Paris.
I'll do it straight away.
Who's going to handle it?
Mitchell, Paris number 2.
Oh, not the special section.
Well, it's not really a special section job.
Well, it is very important.
To whom?
It's politically sensitive. Look, all I'm saying is that we can't afford to have it go wrong.
I'll make that clear to Paris, then.
Neil, if Sir Geoffrey particularly wants the Sandbaggers to take...
No, James. Neil is right. You remember those wartime posters in railway stations?
Sorry?
Is your journey really necessary? And the Sandbaggers are the special section.
They're all special to me, sir.
May I?
Because I handle all operations, not just the Sandbaggers.
Of course, Neil. The decision must be yours.
Thank you, sir.
Roger, thank you. From Paris, sir. Brief acknowledged. Action forthwith.
Thank you. Paris is positive control?
Affirmative, sir.
Okay, stand down.
Thank you, sir.
Well?
It's a waste of time.
Well, that's no answer. Let's go to my office, talk about it.
Roger. Stand, sir.
Yes?
Controller 2 allocated. First President's traffic. Code word, Operation Sandalwood. Yeah, the office is here. I'm Sandbagger 1. Thanks. Flash from Munich, sir. British consul officials been kidnapped by terrorists. The Ravenna group.
That's the lot we crossed on Green Gander.
Yes. Details?
None as yet, sir. But they could kill him. That Italian minister's been...
I remember. Right. Desk officer, Sandbagger 3 here in 5 minutes. Alert travel, make sure C knows. And tell the FCO desk to inform the Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary. Yes, sir. Stan?
Sir.
Tell the MCO to get me an open line to the Consulate General Munich.
Consulate General Munich. Roger.
DVDRip.
I want an open line to the Consulate General Munich.
You're not letting Denson take this one, are you?
Yes.
Shouldn't I take it?
No.
I've tackled the Ravenna group before. Denson doesn't know them.
Your job is to check that girl. It'll be easier with Denson out the way.
He's just come back from one trip. You're giving him another.
That's right. You got that line through you?
Not yet, sir.
Well, don't get obsessed with this Sally Graham business.
Meaning?
Well, don't let it affect your judgment on operations.
Get out, Willie. Go and wait for me in the office.
I'd rather do something useful like go to Munich.
Do as you're told. By tomorrow morning, you won't even be in the section. Let's have the tale of woe.
Sally Graham is clean.
So far.
Oh, boss. I spoke to Phil Fife, who did the initial clearances. I got her address from his office. I went there aboard a landlord drink.
There's got to be something. Don't forget Denson's a bit of an idealist. It wouldn't take much.
It's going to take more than we've got, which is precisely nothing.
I want that flat done.
By whom?
You?
No, not me.
What's wrong with you? If I sent you to Afghanistan and told you to do it in the King's Palace, you'd go without a murmur?
Because we have jurisdiction outside UK.
What the hell's that got to do with it?
Fife warned me off. MI5 are jumping.
MI5 won't know, will they?
If I get caught, they will.
Well, don't get caught.
When?
Tonight, while Denson's away.
She'll be there.
No, she won't. That copy's yours. I don't know what it's doing with me. You got a phone number for her?
Yeah.
Diane?
What are you doing?
I'm inviting her to dinner.
Oh, yeah, she'll say yes straight away, wouldn't she?
I think so. Could you get me a Miss Sally Graham on the phone?
Right.
And book a table at that steakhouse place, dinner for 2.
Oh, shall I get home and change?
Yeah, and to Jane Fonda.
What makes you think Sally Graham will see you?
Curiosity.
What about? What am I supposed to be looking for in the flat?
Names and addresses. Anyone who sounds like an old flame, passing fancy, anyone like that? Yes? Ah, thanks. Miss Graham? It's Neil Burnside. Alan's boss. Oh, well, that's nice of him. Yes, well, we're delighted at the news. Sorry as we are to be replaced in Alan's affections. Yes, that's true. The point is, I'd like to take the opportunity with Alan away to talk to you. I wondered if we could have dinner this evening. No, I prefer not to talk about it over the phone. It's not all like that. Some pleasant duties, like deciding what we can buy you as a wedding gift. And there's no chance of putting it off? Oh, well, that's a pity. Yes, I'm sure there'll be some other time. Uh-huh. All right, good night, Miss Graham.
Oh, bloody hard, Casanova.
Well, it's good news. She's going out. An appointment with an old friend she doesn't want to put off. Not even to meet the ogre of the SIS.
I do her place?
Yeah. No, I'll do it.
Oh, come on. It was a
Oh,
token
don't panic. I'm not going
protest,
soft.
No.
I want you to tail her. From now until the moment she arrives at work tomorrow. All movements, all timed, everything.
Photographs?
Good idea.
Okay, but I'm not so sure you should be
Come on, Willie, take off.
It's bad enough if I do it, but... Thank you.
You can cancel that dinner table.
I'm not doing anything tonight.
Try knitting.
What happened to your date?
With a bit of luck, she had a better offer.
Willie?
Oh, thanks, love. Where'd you say he is?
With C. They've got the goods on some lad in the Paris embassy. The after-action copy's marked for you, anyway.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. We really get down into the sewers, don't we?
And at speed. Romney must be out of his mind. Oh, that list of addresses is top of the heap.
Right.
Morning.
You look like I feel.
Thank you. You photographed her address book?
Yes, I had it developed overnight. Diane's abstracted all the possibles. I also phoned the field school last night. They've got no one in the pipeline to touch Denson. They can't even recommend anyone to replace Jake.
Go ahead.
Oh, hold on.
You ran?
Yes, I did. Can you tell me why the head of special sections got coffee I haven't?
Like you, sir, on the boil.
Okay, shoot.
Sally Graham left her flat at 2004, drove away in a red Mini, emitting on Symphonic P, went on without stopping to address in Highgate, 4B, Kentmere Gardens.
Block of flats?
Well, old house is converted. Two names on the door for 4B, Warren and Manley.
Keep going.
Well, it tied in with what I could see anyway, two men in their mid-20s. Anyway, after about 15 minutes, she came out with one of the men, drove away in his car, a white MG.
There's no Warren in her address book. Oh, there is a Mick Manley, 4B Kentmere
Yeah,
Gardens.
that's him. She called him Mick in the restaurant.
Oh, was he at dinner at least?
Yeah, it was a bit nasty. It's a place called the Beaten Track. Yeah, my receipt. They had drinks before dinner and champagne.
Intimate?
Well, friendly. Anyway, they went back to Kentmere Gardens after dinner. She stayed the night.
Did she?
Well, it's probably innocent enough.
Oh, was it?
Oh.
We don't know what happened after the lights went out.
I do. I froze for the rest of the night. Anyway, she left at about 6:25, drove back to her place, changed, went to work.
Man is not queer, is he?
Wouldn't have said so.
Then I think we've done it. Pictures?
Downstairs for developing, promised by lunchtime.
All right. Good work. Go home and get some sleep.
You realize it doesn't prove a damn thing.
I'm not interested in proof. Suspicion will do me.
That was not the original idea.
Well, I got a lunch appointment today.
Yes, with D-Int.
Postpone it. Usual noises.
That's the second time.
Well, tell him the third's supposed to be lucky.
So, you're going to hit the girl at lunchtime?
If I can. All right, Willie, give me a choice.
Let Denson go. Regrade a field agent.
It never works.
It might.
It wouldn't. And if Denson goes, we're talking about 2 replacements.
To hell with Sally Graham.
I need Denson more than she does.
That's a matter of opinion.
It's a matter of fact. Any one of 1,000,000 men could father her children, keep her warm at night, but very few, if any, would make a sandbagger.
Or a bastard like you.
I'm doing my job.
Are you? If I didn't know you better, I might wonder.
Go on.
If, because your marriage failed...
You believe that?
In a way, I wish I could.
Wedding present.
Sorry?
I'm Neil Burnside.
Oh, hello.
I think you ought to take a look.
I don't understand.
Noel Allen.
What?
You wait till he's out of the way, go to Highgate, have dinner with a friend, stay the night.
Why have you been spying on me?
So we can tell Alan all about it.
What about what? I've done nothing wrong.
Oh, I see. He knows you're sleeping with McManley, does he?
I'm not. Mr. Burnside, yesterday Alan told me that we'd definitely marry. I was over the moon and I wanted to celebrate.
But he went away. So back to an old friend and lover.
I phoned Mick and gave him the news. He asked me out to dinner, so I went. And nothing.
You stayed the night?
Because I'd had too much to drink to drive all the way back to Victoria.
I have seldom seen her take more than 1 glass of sherry. A sensible, moderate drinker.
I am, usually. But I was very happy. Mick ordered champagne and it went straight to my head.
Alan doesn't like McManley, does he?
No, he doesn't, but Alan can't accept that Mick's only a friend.
He won't be able to accept your story when we tell him you had an overnight case in your car.
I didn't.
The way we tell it, you did.
What do you want?
Look, give Alan up. Use any excuse you like, but break it off as soon as he gets back.
Why?
You're his excuse for leaving my department.
Don't you know? He's in a terrible state. He's no good to you anymore.
I'll be the best judge of that.
I'll tell him everything. Everything you're trying to do.
We'll get to him first.
I don't care. He'll believe me.
I doubt it, but even if he does believe you, what about next time?
What next time?
I can have you taken off the streets, drugged, stripped, and into bed with a dozen different men. Then I could have you done for soliciting, shoplifting, breaking the Official Secrets Act.
You'd do it too, wouldn't you?
Yes, with regrets, sorrow. But yes, I'd do it.
You may have to do it, because I'm not giving him up. Not for you, or your service, or anyone else.
Think about it for 24 hours.
I don't have to. I love him.
I'm sorry, but you really wouldn't know what hit you.
Yes, but the desk officer will draft a reply.
Good.
Mitchell's been in.
Bob Mitchell, Paris.
With the happy snaps on Charles Romney.
Copies to Welling?
A couple of hours ago, hand of messenger.
Good. I shall finish it.
Neil, Mitchell said it was easy. They had a regular evening haunt, Romney and the Frenchman.
Romney didn't change his routine, having been alerted. He wasn't alerted.
First he knew of it was when he got a flashbulb in the face last night.
Mitchell shook.
He talked to Romney. Romney claims no one's asked him to leave the embassy.
Right. Tell Seed's office I'm on the way up.
Andrew Romney is resigning.
Andrew Romney?
Both posts, Shadow Chancellor and Deputy Leader of the Opposition.
When?
To be announced this evening.
Wellingham didn't give him much time. But then why should he after he had those photographs?
Did you guess originally?
That he was after Andrew instead of Charles. I just thought it odd that the PUSS should be so personally concerned.
Why would Wellingham do it?
Because he's one of those civil servants who thinks they can decide when governments stay and governments go.
And he wants this one to stay?
For the moment. So he disrupts the shadow cabinet and spreads rumors about divisions in the opposition hierarchy. Romney was the party's strongman.
But not strong enough.
Wellingham, will give him no chance. He can say now there's to be a major security scandal, later that he managed to squash it.
A few photographs, a slight bending of the truth, and it's nothing short of blackmail in the end.
Hello? Alan, what are you doing? You're not allowed to phone.
I know, darling, but I can't concentrate on the job here. I have to talk to you.
Oh, Alan, I've been drinking. I can't think straight. And you shouldn't be phoning. I don't want...
What?
Any trouble.
Sally, listen, darling. My last job was a bad one. Very bad one. But I've had a little bit of time to sort myself out now. Get myself together again. I don't think I want to leave the job after all. And I was wondering, well, perhaps we should postpone the wedding just for a while, eh? See how things work out.
Why not? It was all an excuse anyway, wasn't it? A way of saving face. Getting out of the job.
No, it wasn't. It isn't. It's just that they do need me, and I don't think I can let them down.
Oh, they need you, do they? Must be nice to be needed. And they're such sensitive people. You mustn't let them down. After all, you've never let me down, have you?
Darling, I'm not letting you down. I'm simply saying, let's delay it. What do you mean? You aren't pregnant, are you?
It would be pretty pointless, wouldn't it? When you don't want children. And you don't want me.
Scotch?
Yeah, why not? It only feels like breakfast time. And a salt beef.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Thanks. See anything from Denson?
Yeah, he's still rushing around Munich, getting nowhere. Sally Graham? Not sure. I'll know tomorrow.
Did you catch the 10 o'clock news?
Romney's resignation? Huh? Yeah, I heard about it this afternoon. Wellingham used the parish job to put the squeeze on him. It's one for the books, isn't it? Next time he tries to stop a special operation, we'll remind him of it. Benside. Well? Will you? Go on. No. Well, tell Munich to pass it all to the local police. Yes, of course I'm coming in. Denson's dead.
Jensen? How?
Nothing to do with the mission. He was knocked down by a taxi crossing the street.
Too many other things on his mind. Do I go?
No, take too long. They think they've found the missing official, so we'll pass it all to the police.
Sally Graham?
We're going to see her on the way.
The old routine. Bottle of booze, bottle of pills. She was only a kid. She was alone and scared of every knock on the door and every car that stopped in the street. So she started drinking.
I didn't hit her that hard.
Hard enough, obviously.
Damn. If Denson hadn't got himself killed, there would be some purpose to all this.
Was that your epitaph for Sally Graham? You should have let Denson go.
It was my job to keep him. I was sure he had mission to which he'd get over it.
I told you it was finished. Denson himself must have told you. She must have told you.
I thought, who knew him? I could see so much of myself in him.
Well, I hope it's a consolation to you. You're the one who's got to live with it.